By day, everyone trusted her. Quiet. Kind. Harmless. But every night, when the doors were locked and the streets went silent, she did something no one would ever suspect. And when the truth came out, it changed everything. Please follow, like and share. By day, Maura was the kind of girl people defended without hesitation. She greeted elders politely, helped carry groceries, watched neighbors' children, and never raised her voice. If something went missing in the community, someone would always say, "At least we know it wasn't Maura." She lived alone in a small house at the edge of the street. Quiet. Clean. Forgettable in the safest way. People thought her life was simple because she made it look that way. But when night came, Maura waited. She waited until the sounds of doors locking faded, until lights dimmed, until the street felt empty. Then she knelt beside her bed, lifted a loose floorboard, and reached into the darkness beneath her home. Her fingers closed around something she had hidden long ago. Maura stepped outside just after midnight. She didn't sneak. She didn't hesitate. Her movements were calm, practiced. The night didn't scare her, it welcomed her. She walked 3 streets over and stopped in front of a house she knew very well. Its porch light was off. The windows were dark. She crouched, slipped her hand under the mat, and retrieved the key. Inside, she moved silently, avoiding creaky floorboards, going straight to the bedroom. She didn't take money. She didn't steal valuables. She took something personal. Before leaving, she placed another object carefully on the kitchen table, not hidden, not obvious, but deliberate. By morning, the house would feel wrong. The next day, the community buzzed. Someone's door had been unlocked. Someone else swore an object had moved. A woman cried because a sentimental item was gone. Another man claimed something had been returned, something he didn't remember losing. Fear crept in quietly. Maura listened as people talked. She nodded sympathetically. She offered tea. She said, "That's unsettling." No one noticed the way she watched their faces, not with concern, but with calculation. That night, she added a new mark to a folded piece of paper hidden under her floor. One name crossed out. As worry spread, trust collapsed everywhere except around Maura. People began locking doors earlier. Accusations surfaced. Friends grew suspicious of friends. But Maura remained untouched by doubt. She volunteered to help people check their homes. She stayed late comforting a neighbor who was shaking with fear. That night, she returned to the same house as before. This time, a light flicked on upstairs. Maura froze in the hallway, breath shallow, heart steady. Someone was awake. Footsteps crept closer. Maura slipped into the bathroom and stood motionless as a man passed just inches away. Her pulse did not race, she had lived with fear before. When she escaped through the back door, her sleeve caught on a nail. Something fell. She didn't go back for it. At home, she stared at her empty hand and knew the risk had changed. The list under her floorboards was nearly complete. Years earlier, Maura had begged this same community to listen. She had been wronged deeply, publicly, and unfairly. She had brought proof. She had cried. She had named names. They had chosen comfort over truth. "Don't ruin lives," they said. "Let it go," they said. So she did. Outwardly. But at night, she remembered everything. The objects she took weren't random. Each belonged to someone who had looked away. Each visit reopened a door they had sealed shut. The final name on her list belonged to the person who started it all. Paranoia erupted. Neighbors accused neighbors. Old friendships fractured. People searched for enemies among themselves, never imagining the quiet girl who served them tea was the one pulling the strings. Maura walked freely through the chaos she created. That night, she crossed out the second to last name. One remained. The final house stood darker than the rest. Mora entered without using a key. Inside, she placed every stolen object on the table, evidence assembled like a confession. Then she stepped into the bedroom. The man woke up. Their eyes met. For the first time, someone truly saw her. By morning, the truth exploded. Mora didn't deny anything. She explained everything. The list. The nights. The reason. People demanded punishment. Others lowered their eyes in shame. The man who had wronged her said nothing at all. Her innocence shattered, but so did their comfort. Mora paid for what she did. But the community paid too, with the knowledge that the monster they feared had been living openly among them, smiling, helping, listening. By day, Mora had survived by appearing harmless. By night, she had reclaimed her voice. And the lesson remained long after she was gone. Be careful what you ignore, because silence doesn't erase the truth. It just waits for the dark. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.